Snowy day here in Washington, so figured may as well put out a video of the last couple weeks. Played Jefferson, home of Freddie Couples, and in true Freddie fashion, nice little cut, shall we say, off the first tee. But got the drawback going a little bit as the round wore in. It kind of started out as one of those days where, you know, you just didn't feel great, didn't feel like you had it, but the scores were okay and started to warm up a little bit. Things were just feeling better and better. John and I went back and forth a couple holes. He had a little trouble in the bunker. Nice little shot on a par 3 here. Can't tell because of the camera angle, but that was a really great little draw into the green. And then the all square after 3. However, it should be noted that there has been a rules controversy and that this round will be played under protest for the remainder of the day. It was discovered that John came here early before the match and went to the driving range and warmed up, which I think we can all agree is a pretty severe infraction of the gentlemanly rules of golf. Started off pretty hot, but bunker has taken a lot of that mojo away, and here we sit after 3 all square. Again, we'll just have to see how this shakes out. Slugger White's going to have to weigh in on this one.
I'd also like it noted that right now, if I let Ben play from the whites, he still wouldn't have outdriven me on any of these holes. And other than an unfortunate slight overdraw that left my ball about, I don't know, a yard into the bunker, he'd be down too.
I don't know what it was about that rules controversy. Maybe it was the competitor in me, but truly the inner lion was awoken, and from this point on things really started to click and feel a little bit better. Again, it was a cold, wet, soggy day, so it's not like I felt fantastic out there, but held it together, put some swings on the golf ball, and yeah, things were rolling.
The other way.
Stuff of legend, tied at the turn. John is talking trash already, which means that I probably have sewed this one up mentally. I'll probably dribble this one about 5 feet off the tee. And yeah, if I could putt, this match would probably be already over, but I can't, so it's not. Back 9 was decidedly mine. The rain did pick up. The weather inclement. It's when the true mentally tough champions really come out to play, and swing started to feel really good. It started to feel really good because I think it started to feel really short. That was a really nice shot on a par 3 to this downhill green. I believe made par on that one. This one got a little bit away from me on the left uphill, but hit a nice little recovery shot and managed to survive onto the next hole. Closed it out on 16 and 17. Next shot coming up was par 3. The rain started to pick up, and I put it within 6 feet. I think John had a little trouble off to the right, so ended up winning that hole. And then on 17, long par 5, hit a really nice drive to put me in good position, and closed it on out. Fun round on a cold, wet day.
Good ball.
Next up, we had Jackson Park Golf Course, which is a tricky, long course, playing especially long today. Very wet conditions, so the ball would pretty much land and stick. But started off with a par on the first hole, which is a par 5, which is very tricky over water. Another par on the second hole. Ended up parring this, the third hole. So we had a really, really good start to the round. It would tail off, but I did feel like I was swinging the club relatively well all day. A lot of water on this hole, as you can see here off to the right. Yeah, so really tough course, just tricky course. And anyway, my 4th consecutive round in the 80s, so that was going for me. John put up a great fight. It was a really good match, really fun day. Both of us were kind of playing well, which is the best type of day, and sun even made a little appearance here, kind of in the middle part of the round. Had things rolling in a pretty comfy little lead until this par 3 shot, and overcooked the hook. Ended up behind a bunker. I think I did manage to save a bogey, but that was a tough little hole. And then John got into a lot of trouble on this one. This was a bit of a... Things were moving quickly for John on this hole, and managed to get a bogey, which compared to what John, I think, turned in, was still good enough for the win. Both of us made a mess of this, although this was a great drive on my part. It went quickly downhill on this hole for me, and then after hitting one into the bushes, having to punch out, put a really great shot here. I think put it about 10 feet from the pin, but John crushed his drive on this hole, had a little flip wedge in, and ended up winning the hole. Both of us hit identically bad shots on this hole, left and long.
Up by 1 here on the 18th. Both of us piped drives, about 250. I'm in the middle. John just in the rough, a little longer shot. He'll be going first on this hole. But man, you can cut the tension with a knife right now. Neither of us talking to each other. The silence is deafening. Nervous, clammy hands. I mean, this is really what's going to separate everything. Is a couple great rounds, a couple great competitors coming down the stretch. That'll play.
After those nice approach shots from both, John had a chip. I had a chip onto the green. I believe this hole was a par 5, so we had 2 putts for par for each of us. But unfortunately for John, he needed the win and did not get the birdie chip to fall. So cozy little 2-putt for me for a well-earned but difficult victory on this particular Sunday. Super fun round. Loved that the sun came out. It was a balmy low 50s. Really nice day.